Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about the manufacturing process of gaseous fuels like coal gas, oil gas and producer gas. Let us discuss about the manufacturing process of coal gas at first. Here what we are doing is coal will be heated in absence of air at about 1300 degrees centigrade, and the coke will be here collected, and the coal gas that will be produced as byproduct gas will be purified through various processes to get the pure form of coal gas. Let us discuss in detail. This is the silica retort in which we take coal and it will be heated in absence of air. For heating, the fuel mixture, that is air and producer gas, that will be sent from this option, and the waste flue gases that is produced will be coming out from here. This is the option for putting the powdered coal into the silica retort, and the coke that is formed will be removed from here. The coal gas that is produced as the byproduct gas is then passed over a hydraulic main and then condenser, so that it will remove ammonia and tar here. Then again it will be passed through a scrubber and will be scrubbed with water, so that if any ammonia or tar that is left out will be again removed and will be collected here. So after removing ammonia and tar, it will be passed through a scrubber containing creosote oil. This creosote oil will scrub the coal gas, and will remove the compounds like benzol and naphthalene, which will get dissolved in that creosote oil and will get removed. The next process is removal of sulfur. So sulfur and sulfur compounds will be removed by treating it with moist Fe2O3 ferric oxide, and the sulfur and sulfur compounds will be removed as FeS, ferrous sulfide, and will be purified. And the purified gas will be collected in the gas holder. The average composition of the coal gas that we obtain is as follows: methane around 32%, hydrogen 40%, carbon monoxide 7%, and all other gases like nitrogen, ethene, ethane, carbon monoxide, etc. lower percentages. Calorific value of coal gas is around 5000 kilocalorie per meter cube, and it is used as illuminant, and it provides reducing atmosphere in the metallurgy. Next is manufacture of oil gas. For this we use cast iron retort, and in which we put kerosene oil, and by the cracking process we produce oil gas, which will be purified and will be collected in the gas holder. The oil gas prepared by thermal cracking of kerosene oil will follow the following process. The cast iron retort is at first heated to the red hot. Then the kerosene oil will be put drop by drop. It will be allowed to fall drop by drop to this red hot retort. Because of this high temperature, the kerosene oil drop will get cracked and will be producing lower hydrocarbons. This lower hydrocarbons will get collected over the bonnet, and then it will be washed through hydraulic main, where the tar will get condensed. And for the quality check, that is the extent of cracking can be tested with the help of this testing tab. Here, if the cracking is complete, then the color of the gas will be of golden yellow color, or else it is not. Then after testing, at testing tab, the color of the gas as golden yellow, the oil gas will be collected in the gas holder. The composition of oil gases, CH4 20 to 30%, hydrogen 50 to 55%, carbon monoxide 10 to 12%, carbon dioxide as 3%. Its calorific value is similar as that of coal gas. It is 4500 to 5400 kilocalorie per meter cube. It is used as laboratory gas. The third one is producer gas. We use gas producer for producer gas manufacturing. Producer gas is nothing but mixture of carbon monoxide, hydrogen, which you call it as the combustible gases, and the non-combustible gases like nitrogen and carbon dioxide. And it also contains some small amount of methane in it. The producer gas is actually prepared by passing air mixed with a little steam, and it is sent over the bed of red hot coal or coke, which is maintained at around 1100 degrees centigrade. There are various zones in which different reactions take place. The first one is the ash zone. This is the lowest zone, which is consisting mainly of ash, and it is of 0.8 meter thick. The ash will protect the grate from intense heat of combustion. The other zones are combustion zone, reduction zone, and distillation zone. In combustion zone, which is also known as oxidation zone, the temperature of will be maintained at 1100 degrees centigrade. Here the carbon will burn to form carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. Both these reactions are exothermic in nature, and it releases some amount of energy, because of which we have 1100 degrees centigrade maintained at this zone. So in the formation of carbon dioxide, around 97 kilocalorie energy will be released, and in case of carbon monoxide, it is about 30 kilocalorie. In the reduction zone, the red hot coke brings about the reduction of carbon dioxide and steam, and will form hydrogen and carbon monoxide gases. Both these reactions, all these reactions are endothermic in nature, because of which there will be reduction of temperature. The temperature maintained at reduction zone is 1000 degrees centigrade. You can see the reactions, all these reactions of formation of carbon monoxide and hydrogen, these are endothermic in nature. The fourth zone is the distillation zone. The distillation zone, the coal is preheated by outgoing hot gases. Temperature is also maintained at around 400 to 800 degrees centigrade, lower as compared with that of reduction zone. The heat given by the gases and radiated from the reduction zone helps in the distillation of the fuel. The volatile matter also accompany the outgoing gases. The composition of producer gases, the combustible gases like carbon monoxide is 20 to 30%, hydrogen is 8 to 12%. The non-combustible gases like nitrogen and carbon dioxide, it is carbon dioxide is in lesser amount, 3% only, but the non-combustible gases, nitrogen is 50 to 55%. And so because of this, the calorific value is only 1300 kilocalorie per meter cube. That's all for today. Thank you all.